Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Insureds podcast. I'm Joe Trinidad, and I've spent years in the insurance game, and trust me, I've seen some wild stuff. This show is all about those funny, unbelievable, and straight up ridiculous moments that happen behind the scenes in the world of insurance. Whether you're an adjuster, an underwriter, or just someone who's ever filed a claim and thought, what the hell just happened? You're in the right place. So, sit back, relax, or better yet, brace yourself, because it's time to rant, laugh, and maybe learn a little. So welcome to Insu-RANTS. Okay, welcome back to another ride on the roller coaster of insurance chaos. We've got explosions, excuses, and enough questionable life choices to keep adjusters up at night. I'm your host, Joe Trinidad, and this is Insurance, where policy meets pure comedy and your deductible is laughter. So, without further ado, let's go right into
Claims Corner.
That's right. This is Claims Corner, that segment where you're either going to laugh at some stupidity or you might write down some things that you might not want to claim. So, this is story number one. This is something I like to call the backyard volcano disaster. All right. One guy in Florida, of course, right? It's got to be Florida. Jeez. He decides to build a homemade volcano. And this is for his kid's science fair project, y'all. This isn't like he made it just to have a volcano in his house, but that would be even funnier. But so instead of the baking soda vinegar classic, he says, nah, this is what we're going to go. We're going to go cinematic on them. And he fills a giant PVC pipe with fireworks, lighter fluid, and wait for it. Wait. A propane tank. Y'all already know where this combination's going. I think we even talked about some silliness like this, but we right back at it. It looks like, folks, we right back at it. So, on test day, the volcano erupts, blasting flames 20 feet high, and it burnt through the tiki hut, the pool enclosure, and half the landscaping. Now, the neighbors described it as Mount St. Dumbass. That's appropriate because that's a dumbass. And when the adjuster shows up, the homeowner proudly says it was for educational purposes. So shouldn't that be covered under personal enrichment? What the heck is he talking about? Personal enrichment? Is that a coverage? I never heard of it, guys. Let me know. Put a comment down there and tell me if personal enrichment is a thing. But it's very funny because whether it's educational or not, you just blew up everything. Somebody's got to pay for it. And I don't think it would be covered. And it's silly. Most people doing stuff like this usually, I assume, I don't know how big it was. It sounds like it was gigantic. You're using a propane tank. It sounds like it's pretty big. And now I'm almost picturing that he really did put one into his backyard for it to burn down the landscaping and all this stuff. Or he must have jam-packed it with all types of lighter fluid in it. And that's crazy. So this is what the claim notes read. It says, fire caused by recreational geology experiment. See, I knew it. This guy he was trying to build one in the back of his house. It wasn't for his kid's project. He wanted to feel like he was going to be the best person on the block. I got a volcano in the back. People would be like, hey, listen, I just had some new flooring done, some bamboo flooring, and, I repainted the house, and we got, we got everything's electric. my AC, my water heater. So he pulled up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I have a volcano." I'm sure they were like, "You have a so what? Huh?" Yeah, I got a freaking volcano, guys. You better watch out. Sometimes it be shaking up in my crib. But that's my volcano. And you sit back like he's cool. Everybody over there worried. They trying to figure out what the number to their insurance is to see if they got coverage with this guy in a volcano in the back of his house. Don't front. You know it wasn't no project. You try to have a volcano in your house. It's really stupid, though. Think about it. Whatever. Lighter fluid. Said, I just got to make it go on fire, right? It's not even lava. Usually when you do like a project, it does, one of those volcano projects, it puts steam out or some type of fake smoke. I don't know, dry ice or something. This guy gonna put some real fire. And think about it. Like, what did he use? I know he used PVC piping, but with fire, what do you think? It wasn't gonna burn? It doesn't melt? Like, what do you think it would have happened anyway? So ridiculous. Think about what you're doing, people, before you do it. You tell me what you think about this guy. Let me know in the comments. And matter of fact, give me a like if if you think this is ridiculous, just like they said, Saint Dumbass, or follow and subscribe if in the case that you think that this guy was right to do so. Appreciate it though. Either one. Well, anywho, let's go on to story number 2. One that I like to call the jet ski home invasion. Now, story number 2 comes from where, guys? Huh? I'm sure you can guess it. Jet ski. Last story. You guessed it. Florida. Of course it is. Now, a man decides to take his brand new jet ski for a test ride in the canal behind his vacation rental. First of all, who jet skis in the canal? That's crazy. You ever seen these canals? They tight, dirty, got muck in it. That's crazy. You go out to a lake, usually, or in the sea. But whatever. He's out in the canal, like he knows what's up. So he's not, it seems like he's not from around there because he was at a vacation rental. So this is the problem, though. He never operated one before in his life. And let's just say his balance is about as reliable as a folding chair on gravel. So this is what he does on something he's never ridden, whatever you want to call it, in his life. He revs it up way too hard, panics, and instead of easing off, he cranks the throttle. What the? So I guess he's never rode a motorcycle or a dirt bike. A scooter? That's crazy. Now, this is what happens, obviously. The jet ski launches like a torpedo across the canal. The neighbor said it cleared the dock like Evel Knievel before bouncing twice on the water and then shooting straight up the embankment. This is where it gets wild. The jet ski doesn't just stop on land. Oh, no. It plows through the backyard fence, past the tiki bar, over a patio set, and straight into a sliding glass door of the vacation rental he was renting. Boom! The jet ski is now parked in the living room. It's wedged between a futon and a glass coffee table. The guy is sitting on a dazed, like he's in a showroom display at Bass Pro Shops. Now, inside the house, he knocked over a 70-inch TV that shattered on impact. The family's tropical fish tank exploded, and Nemo is flopping on the carpet. A parrot in a cage is screaming, "Policy limits! Policy limits!" And the kitchen ceiling fan is spinning because the impact somehow tripped the breaker. So the police show up, shaking their heads, and the guy tries to play it off. He says, "Well, technically, I docked it indoors, so does that make it a houseboat?" Good try, because that's not even a boat. It's a jet ski. Is it considered a boat? No. I don't know, but it ain't no boat. It's definitely a vehicle, a watercraft. Probably not a boat. So, this is the claim. He files a claim for structural damage to the house, the busted glass door, and the frame. Property damage to the TV, furniture, and the fish tank. Emotional distress for the parrot, apparently. And get this, loss of use for the jet ski because it wasn't designed to be stored in a living room? What? So guess what came up next? Well, the denial. Of course the adjuster had to break it to him. Homeowners doesn't cover motor vehicles that are designed for water, land, or otherwise. The jet ski caused the damage, and that falls outside the coverage. The houseboat argument thing? Yeah, not even close. Bottom line, he basically turned a $10,000 vacation rental into a demolition derby and walked away with nothing but a citation, a wrecked jet ski, and a very, very angry parrot. This is why you don't act stupid, guys. Stupidity costs a lot. It's cheap to be smart. I'll tell you that. It's really, really expensive to be a dumbass. All right, enough of that Florida dumbassery, because it's time to move on to Policy Pop Quiz. That's right. It's time once again for Policy Pop Quiz, where your neighbor's bad decisions become your new deductible. So let's set the scene. Picture this. Suburban cul-de-sac. Everybody out for a block party. You got folding tables lined up with potato salad no one trusts, kids running around with sticky juice pouches, and somebody's got a Bluetooth speaker blasting a Best of Pitbull playlist.
Mr. 305.
Now, Uncle Carl decides this needs a grand finale. Oh, jeez. Where is this one from? It's got this. I thought we were moving on from Florida. Jesus. This can't be Florida. It don't say. I'm just going to say it's not because, jeez. Anytime they say somebody wants to have a grand finale, oh my goodness, here we go. All right, so this is what he does. He drags out the family's industrial confetti cannon. Now, except this confetti wasn't enough for Carl. Nope. He loads this thing with half a box of off-brand fireworks. Here we go. Jeez, why is everything got to do with fireworks? I think every policy should have a firework clause. If you're dumb enough to buy fireworks and you don't know how to do it properly, you should have to pay the insurance company. I'm serious. I said this before. I pop fireworks off. My peoples do. But we do it in a way that we can be able to do it so it doesn't harm people or it's safe. Grand finales. Oh, geez. Here we go. So it was a half of a box of off-brand fireworks. A bulk bag of flaming hot Cheetos. What?
Huh?
So I guess because he thought it says it's flaming hot, it goes in with the confetti. I don't get it, with the fireworks or something. And for good measure, he also adds some Roman candles. And they were all duct taped together like a homemade space rocket. So check this out. This is what he does. He counts it down. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Fireworks, chips, and sparks fly across the driveway. Flaming Cheeto dust rains down on Mrs. Henderson's prize gardenias and instantly setting them ablaze. The bounce house? Oh, yeah. Now it's glowing like a lantern from Mulan. Inside, yep, a dozen over-sugared toddlers bouncing in panic like popcorn kernels. And the poor clown they hired, oh my goodness, he's yelling, "This is not part of the premium package." Poor clown. He was a clown, so he's just a clown. Now, the chaos spreads, the grill tips over, the hot dogs roll down the driveway, and the neighborhood Facebook group admin is already typing. Does anyone know if this is covered? So, this is the question, though. The challenge here is any of this covered by insurance? That's what this question of this challenge is. Let's look at the options. A, yes, accidents happen, and technically, flaming snacks isn't in the exclusions list. B, no, fireworks plus intentional dumb behavior equals nope. C, it depends. If the clown files the claim, maybe his circus liability kicks in. I don't know. Or D, only if the adjuster doesn't choke from laughter at the words combustible Cheetos. Now, I'm going to let y'all marinate on that a little bit. All right. Now, here's where it gets fun. People think it's an accident, so it should be covered, right? Well, not exactly. Let's unpack this like an adjuster. Property coverage, your house, maybe. If your siding caught fire, but your deductible might be higher than the value of those melted gardenias. Other structures, the bounce house. Sorry, that's not a detached garage. That's a detachable circus, and it's not on your declarations page. Aww. Liability coverage. Now, here's where Carl's in trouble. When you intentionally light fireworks and it injures kids or torches your neighbor's yard, liability says, nah, my guy, you knew better. Medical payments to others. This might cover the toddlers with mild Cheeto burns. But that clown's therapy bill for PTSD? Not a chance. So, the correct answer is B. No. Once intent plus explosives mix, you're in excluded peril territory. Carl can argue all day, But no adjuster alive is writing a check for spicy Dorito fireworks mishap. So, what's the lesson? Don't let Uncle Carl near cannons, period. Acts of God don't include fireworks mixtapes. And if the phrase, the clown is on fire, ever comes up in your claim, you've officially voided coverage. This has been Policy Pop Quiz, where common sense goes up in smoke, just like Carl's patio furniture. Did you guys get it? Let me know. Did you get the right answer or did you get the wrong one? Put it in the comment down there. If you have something that's similar, a story or something of that nature that you can relate to this, put it in the comment as well. I'd like to read it. Oh, and by the way, that was another story with a cannon. Oh my God. Can we stop the cannon usage, guys? Jeez. Okay, moving right along. This is the part of the show that you all been waiting for. It's the
Rant Zone.
Now, you ever notice how Insureds act like the upload button is some mythical artifact? Like, it only appears once every lunar eclipse if you chant the right spell. I swear, half my day is spent explaining that little paperclip icon. It's not a Rubik's Cube. It's not hidden like Carmen Sandiego. It's right there. And somehow, they still managed to get it wrong. I'll be on the phone like, ma'am, please upload your roof estimate in the system. And she goes, okay. I think I just emailed it to my cousin. Does that work? No, Brenda. That ain't the family reunion Dropbox. If your cousin Leroy shows up with shingles and a hammer, we're going to have a different kind of claim on our hands. Okay? And look, what about the things people actually upload? Man, I've seen it all. I've seen a blurry photo of a receipt from 1987 for a lawnmower. How do you even have that? Somebody's selfie with the tree branch that fell. Like, ma'am, I don't need your Tinder profile pic. I just need proof of damage. Oh, wait. And my personal favorite, a dude uploaded his entire mixtape. I swear to you. Like, sir, unless your roof collapsed because the beat dropped too hard, I don't think Geico covers SoundCloud rappers. And the excuses. Oh, it wouldn't let me. The system must be broken. Nah, fam. The system ain't broken. You just uploaded it to the wrong claim or the wrong company. One lady legit uploaded her receipts to Pizza Hut rewards. She called me saying, why does it say I have 500 pepperoni points instead of coverage? And you know what kills me? Is these same people will be on TikTok all day, flawlessly editing 4K videos of them doing the electric slide with their cat. But when it comes to scanning a one-page invoice, suddenly they're Amish. Oh, I don't know how to work these new fangled device. Man, but you sure knew how to put an Instagram filter on your chicken parmesan last night, didn't you? All right? So listen, uploading isn't that hard. You hit the button, you pick the file, then you send it. That's it. It's not a murder mystery. This ain't CSI PDF edition. But no, every day somebody calls convinced the portal requires a blood sacrifice and 3 security questions from the Sphinx. And I'm just sitting here thinking, if confusion were a covered peril, God, dog, y'all would all be millionaires. You ever notice how the deductible turns into straight up voodoo math when insureds try to make sense of it? Like, we'll say, sir, your deductible is $2,500. And he'll go, okay. So does that mean you pay me $2,500 to fix my stuff?
Huh?
Excuse me? What fantasy football league of math are you playing in? They'll be out here like treating deductibles like it's a coupon at Bed Bath & Beyond. Well, I got me a $2,500 deductible. So that means y'all cover $2,500 extra, right?
Huh?
No. Okay. Johnny Gilling you. You're getting Johnny Gilled. Because that's the part you pay. Not me, not your neighbor, and not the good Lord above. You. It's like telling the waiter at Olive Garden, yo, hey, listen, I brought my own coupon. You actually owe me unlimited breadsticks for life. They're going to laugh you right out this place. They're going to look at you and be like, sir, super salad. What do you want to drink, sir? I am not here for your entertainment, sir. Hey, and I had this one guy, roof ripped half off in a storm. The estimate comes back $12,000, and he's heated. So you mean to tell me you're only going to give me $9,500 because of this deductible thing? Yes, Jerome. That's how it works. And he's like, but that's not fair. I pay my premiums. Listen, brother, paying premiums don't mean you bought a cheat code. That just means you unlocked the basic version of reality. And when they try to negotiate the deductible, well, what if I just pay you half? Can we meet in the middle? What? This ain't a garage sale. You can't haggle insurance like you're buying a rug in Morocco. Well, $2,500 deductible. How about I give you $200 cash and a Popeyes gift card? Who do you think he is? Huh? Chris Rock? In what was it? New Jack City? No, what was it? It was I will get you, sucker. Remember? Ooh, let me get some ribs. How much are your ribs?
No. 1 rib.
1 rib.
I sure am hungry.
No, let me get 1 rib. How about if I just put my hand for a quarter under the That was hilarious. This guy thinks he's Chris Rock, and I'm going to get you, sucker. Now, the wildest part is the excuses. Well, I don't believe in deductibles. Sir, this isn't Santa Claus. It doesn't disappear if you don't believe. Or my favorite. Well, my cousin didn't have to pay a deductible when his house caught on fire. Oh, really? So now your cousin is the Department of Insurance? Let me guess. He also knows a guy at the DMV who can hook you up with your license plate stickers, right? Look, the deductible ain't rocket science. It's the skin in the game. That Annie at the poker table. But every day somebody acts like it's a conspiracy invented just to ruin their weekend. Newsflash. Beep, 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 beep. If magical thinking was a covered peril, some of y'all would have brand new homes by now. But until then, that $2,500 is coming out of your wallet, not mine, not your cousin's, and not the Tooth Fairies. Man, I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the way, folks started thinking insurance reps were human search engines with deductibles. The phone rings, and here it comes. Hey, can you tell me if my neighbor's trampoline is safe? 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 Am I the trampoline inspector general now? What you want me to do? Run a bounce test in my work shoes? Sir, I ain't got NASA's spring data on standby. All right? Look, some people dial us up like we're 411 with a policy number. If I paint my house purple, will my premium go up? No, sir, but your HOA's blood pressure sure will. Are ghosts covered under liability? Only if they leave footprints, ma'am. Oh, I'm renting a llama for my kid's birthday. If it spits on grandma, do I file a claim? File a claim? Lady, call a vet and maybe a priest. then you got the ones who expect us to be clairvoyant. Hey, can you tell me if my roof has hail damage? Well, sir, unless you got a drone feeding me a live stream of your shingles, all I can see is my cubicle wall and your name on caller ID. or the classic. Can you tell me what my wife already reported? Yeah, let me... What do I look like, Professor X? You think I'm sitting here with my fingers on my temple, downloading her thoughts like it's Wi-Fi? No, one time, no joke, a lady asked me, so, how long do you think I'll live in this house before I file another claim? What? Am I State Farm or the Oracle of Delphi? If I could predict that, I wouldn't be taking calls right now. I'd be in Vegas calling the next Super Bowl. You know what the best part is? They get mad when you can't answer. Well, you should know. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and pull out my crystal ball endorsement writer. Coverage is subject to fortune telling. Minimum deductible, 1 goat sacrifice. Oh, and when you hit them with reality, they argue. Well, I don't understand the form, so you should just pay me. Oh, my bad, man. Let me go ahead and add a new coverage called Because You Said So. Premium due monthly, common sense not included. Hell, I had one guy ask, if my wife divorces me, does my homeowner's coverage that? Sir, that's not insurance. That's alimony. Look, if you're calling me about your actual claim, your actual coverage, your actual home, cool. Let's handle business. That's my job. But if you're asking me whether a raccoon plotting against your shed counts as vandalism, I'm going to need you to open Chrome, not the claim line, okay? Because until clairvoyance is covered, your insurance rep is not the magic 8-ball that you think we are. And that's a wrap, folks. Episode 5 of Insureds in the books. We had jet skis going crazy. We had DIY disaster quizzes. And we had rants that made it clear. Confusion, curiosity, and Google search questions ain't covered perils. Remember, this is the only podcast where insurance gets roasted harder than your deductible after a hurricane. If you laughed, learned, or just felt a little less crazy about the calls you've taken, make sure to subscribe, follow, and share. We drop new episodes every week, and trust me, the rants don't stop here. Until next time, keep your cool, keep your claims clean, and don't forget, common sense is not an endorsement.